Alright, so I'm working on cutting out the little window screens. What I've done is I've taped off here. I've got this piece of plastic left over from windshield. I have some more around here someplace, but I don't know. Couldn't find where it was in the garage, and it's too cold and yucky outside to be looking for it. So first I traced the actual opening, and then I've left some overhang here so that I can apply the Velcro to that area. And then I added a 3/4 inch lip around the side so that I've got room for the Velcro so that it can attach to the inside of the hood. And then I cut out the plastic window with a Dremel tool, and I used just a normal cutoff disc this time. And then I've sanded off the edges with some 220 grit sandpaper after I take the tape off, and then I'll show you what I'm trying right now that'll probably need some modification. Alright, I've made some progress. I've got something that at least will work for rides this weekend, but here's what I've been trying, and I think I'm going to need to make some other adjustments and probably do some more carbon fiber work. But I've added some weather stripping I had sitting around to the edges, and also a little bit here in the back. I want a little bit of a gap just for some airflow back there, but trying to reduce the rattling here. And then what I'm experimenting with on this side is I had just some foam packing material that came with something that I bought, and I've used some Velcro in here, and then I put that foam in there thinking that maybe that would kind of seal things up, and that hasn't worked. There's just enough curve in this area that it doesn't quite sit flush even with the Velcro, so that option isn't going to work. Here on the other side, waiting here for the glue to dry before I put the window in, I went with a longer piece of Velcro there, but I think what's going to end up needing to happen at some point in time is I'm probably going to need to take and make kind of a carbon fiber indent in this area that the window can kind of sit in, and then I can just maybe have a bit of Velcro here just to kind of hold the window down, and that should be enough to probably keep the rain out when I'm riding. Otherwise, I don't have a really brilliant idea other than just to tape the window shut when it rains, which usually isn't that often when I'm out riding. Otherwise, rain is definitely going to run in that side. I had that happen on the race hood for the cedar strip wah, where I was out riding one day in the rain, and the side windows were open, and I did get fairly wet, so I want to avoid that. So I'm gonna have to keep thinking, there's the indent here along here for the visor, and I think I probably need to make some sort of kind of a depression in this area. It'd be easy enough to do. Just take a piece of foam, cut it to the shape here of the window, stick it in there, sand it down, wax it up real good, maybe tape it to hold it in, and then lay up the carbon fiber over that, and then I can just insert the window into that. So that's not a project for today, but possibly for the future. Okay, so here's where I'm at with things, and it's probably about as far as I'm going to get until I do some more carbon fiber work. But now I've got all of the edge stripping on. I have my Velcro straps. I'm still trying to find a bolt the right length. 1/2-inch bolts are too long, and I'm not sure if they even make 1/4-inch bolts. Certainly I haven't found any at Home Depot or Menards or anything. But I've got my windows Velcroed in for now, and I do think I'm going to have to change the system on that to a set-in kind of thing, but that I don't have time for today. Got some weather stripping in the back. And now I've got my visor on. I put a piece of neoprene under here, but I think I'm going to need some more because it's still not quite as tight in here as it's going to need to be to keep rain out. There's a little bit of an indent in here. I didn't get this smoothed out quite so well. In fact, really the issue is this area here is a little too high. But that's close enough for now. I drilled some holes in here so that I can get into the screw in there, because my visor fits just a little bit too tight and it's hard to get it on and off and get things screwed in. It's quite flexible, which is good. That's what I want. It helps me get a little bit tighter fit. Up here in the front, it could probably do with a little bit of maybe some additional layer on the inside or something at some point. But up here in the top where it's curved, that part is nice and sturdy because of the curve. And my scale barely registers it. I think it's maybe a pound and a half or something, so it's super lightweight. And now I can see out the sides just fine. And at some point in time, I will fix the windows so that I don't end up with rain coming in. But for now, this will do. Gives me really nice side visibility. That'll be a big improvement over before when I had the holes on the side. And for now, I'll consider that a finished project. And now a view from inside. Get the handlebar out of the way here. So I've got Velcro straps, and those Velcro straps I used the cockpit cover that comes standard with the Quest to figure out where those Velcro straps were. Velcro down here on the other side. Kind of go away a little bit. That strap could probably be just a hair bit longer. And then the one here in the back. Alright, so I've got a relatively tight fit. There's a little bit of gap right here that would lead to some rain coming in. I don't know if cinching it down any tighter would help. It doesn't look like it would, so I may need to add just a little bit of something there. It's a little gap here in the side, but there's probably not going to be much rain that would come in either of those spots. But otherwise it fits nice and tight. I've got excellent view here out the side windows. Can almost look behind me, which is fantastic. That's what I need, is a much better side view. So you sit in here and you feel like you're basically, you know, able to look behind yourself. And of course you've got the two rear view mirrors to help with that too. So the visibility is much improved. I still need to drill a hole and add something to pull the visor down. I haven't found anything that's good for that yet. But otherwise, the fit is really good. Velcro holds things down, of course, really well. And yeah, the side windows, of course, are Velcroed on so I can remove them if I want some better airflow, or I can maybe push them back a little bit further to the side too if I want to get some airflow that way. But eventually I'll have to come up with something better for those. But anyway, now you know the view from inside. The visor's nice and clean so I can actually see things again. And that's that for that project.